Hello and welcome to my new video. If you're new here, hi, I'm Lex. Today we're actually working on Lórien because it has been a while. If you missed it, I finished and deleted Xenia, so that was in my previous video. But now we're back on Lórien. It's the island that I always flatten instead of restarting, and we're gonna work on my house today. I feel like I haven't done a good resident representative house in a long time, so we're gonna do it between the Overlook build that I did and resident services. I feel like it makes sense for my house to be close to resident services since I am the representative. I don't know why I've never done that before, but this is where it is in relation to the entrance. My resident services is like super close to the airport. I also feel like this is a good amount of space. It's not too big. I won't be able to go crazy. I'm gonna start by just outlining this. I want it to be on the second level, like on the first cliff level. So here I am setting up where I'm gonna put the incline. It's just gonna be right to the side of resident services. I feel like it'll be nice to have resident services be so accessible to my house, and I'll stop having to run all around the island every single time I load up the game. I hope you enjoy this first little bit. My concept here is that I want the house overlook area to not go all the way behind resident services. I want to put a pathway back here because I never do that. I never do anything flat behind resident services. I always just cover the back area with terraforming with cliffs. So I'm gonna see, this is like a personal challenge. We're gonna split it up. So there will be cliff behind half of resident services and the other half I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with. It'll be fun. Here I am outlining where I want the house to be. That just helps me visualize everything before I actually move the house, so I can make sure that I'm happy with this area being exactly where I place the house. I can figure out pathing and everything without immediately moving the building. It just helps me when I am terraforming to go ahead and lay that out so that I can understand where everything is going to be in relation to the building I'm going to move. Also, for your reference, the dark dirt path that I'm placing, the single squares that I've been placing about, that is just marking where I'm going to place my trees. I am going to go later and get some already grown trees to fill in around this area. I'm also going to grow a few baby trees. But yeah, those will just show me where to avoid putting water and like taking away cliff. That way I can plant those trees. As you can see here, I went ahead and moved the house and placed the incline that I needed. This is not the final customization for the house. I will change the way it looks before the build is over so that it kind of matches the aesthetic of this area better. So while I'm only going to be working on that first cliff tier today, I did go ahead and put this circle path down so I remember that I do want to build stuff over here because it's just a lot of empty space and then the beach. I don't know, it can lead into something cute though. This is a good little starter circle pathway. I also went ahead and got all the trees. As you can see, I did go ahead and do the pathing in front of the house. My idea is that it'll go by the overlook, so that's how you like access the overlook build that I did, is the pathway keeps going and maybe it'll lead into the shopping district or another neighborhood. I haven't decided yet, but that's what's going on currently. Now we're really getting into the decoration segment. I did decide to go with the color scheme that I used for the overlook, some very natural colors, yellow, white, green, lots of trees, lots of flowers. I just felt like that was fitting for this area. I'm gonna match the house to that aesthetic as well, very natural and foresty, even though that's not necessarily what's going on the whole island. I think it's cute and it's definitely one of my favorite themes to go by in Animal Crossing, so I'm excited to see how it turns out when everything's growing. A lot of you have mentioned before that it's wild to you that I can do whole builds, not really knowing what everything is going to look like grown, but honestly, at this point, I just hope for the best, besties. It's a wing and a prayer. Sorry for my absence. I was really vibing with the musical interlude, but I was just thinking, in terms of the land bridge, I decided that it was probably appropriate to include some kind of fencing here because, I mean, that's a sheer drop down into the sunken mystical forest. I don't know what's going on in the Overlook, but yeah, I was really happy that I acquired these fences. I saw Kato using them, Console Kato, and she inspired me. I was like, wow, look how pretty that is. Harv's fence. We better use that this build. As promised, here I am choosing the house exterior for my home. I really love this roof every time I see it being used on Instagram, so I was just determined to make this work with the color scheme. I'm still mad at the fact that like the doors and everything don't really match color-wise, but that's okay. I forgive you, Nintendo. Also, just a little bone I want to pick with my homie Tom Nook. Why does he say this? Interesting design choice. It just feels so condescending. Okay, that's all for now. See you later. I hope you all enjoyed that segue from Legend of Korra into the Wii Sports theme, but we're done with the build. Thank you, first of all, to all of my members. I meant to include this in the beginning of the video, but better late than never. I really appreciate you all. Thank you for being here. And now let's check out the build. Here are my besties doing yoga. As I said, this is just leading into a new place, so eventually I will decorate over here and hopefully it will also fit the vibe that we've got going, very natural. Here is my land bridge that abruptly stops, but it leads into the view. Oh, wait a second. Wait, I did not place this Lily of the Valley. Y'all, I think that means we hit 5 stars. Lórien. Oh my god, we gotta check. We've gotta check right now and see if Lórien hit 5 stars. I mean, it's had 5 stars before. Because like I said, I keep flattening the island. Oh my goodness. That's such a surprise. I'm so excited about that. I didn't even mean to hit 5 stars. I always go back down to 4 because I use so many trees. And the fact that this island is... Oh my... I think that... Do you see all the fish jokes? This is definitely CJ. I don't need his opinion. I can't even remember what I was talking about. Anyway, let's just get back to the build. Anyway, I'm really happy with how this turned out. I like how you can still see everything that was included in the view, and I really like the layering of the trees. I did have to time travel to make sure that the trees stayed baby so that I could plant little fruit saplings beside them. That's how you stunt trees, by the way. You wait until they get to the stage you want to keep them at, and then you plant a fruit sapling somewhere in the 8 tiles around them, and that keeps them from growing anymore. I think my favorite part of this build was the little waterfall on the side. I feel like it looks so good from here. It looks so good from resident services when you're walking through the plaza. I'm really happy with how it came out. Thank you all so much for watching today. I am so glad that I got to work on Lórien today, and I hope that you enjoyed it too. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day. You haven't seen her in a while, so here's Peaches to tell you all goodbye for now.
I love you guys so much, and I hope you have the best day ever, and I love the little chicken thingy in the background. Anyways, bye-bye!